Welcome to Local Legends with Jess, the Arizona edition. I'm Jessica Benevento, your mortgage matchmaker, opening doors with ease and bringing you the stories behind Arizona's most inspiring people. From best-selling authors and elite athletes to business badasses making moves across the valley. These are the local legends shaping our communities. Get the inside scoop, real talk, and powerful conversations you won't hear anywhere else. Local Legends with Jess, where Arizona's stories connect. Hello and welcome to Local Legends. Here with me, Jess, your host. My co-host is on vacation right now, so I am holding down the ship. I have an amazing guest with me today. My dear friend, power partner in the real estate mortgage world, Lisa Reyes. Hi.
Hey.
Thank you for coming on here.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
Now, I have these fancy cars that Elisa made me that make me look like I'm really professional, but I have absolutely nothing on them that has to do with anything we're talking about. But I just wanted to show how cute these were, because we don't need a planned podcast because we just rip it.
Yeah.
We just talk.
Yeah.
But I had a little idea. Just because obviously we're friends and we talk about life, but how we met was from a networking group.
Yeah. But
we do real estate together. Yeah. And I love when we get together and we have a client, and from start to finish, I work with a lot of real estate agents, and you're so different. And I know you do videos and social media, but this episode, I want to be able to put it out there, and just people need to know how amazing you are at what you do, how you get from start to finish in this transaction of someone's biggest purchase of their life. And I just love you, and I like to spotlight good people. So thank you again for being on here.
Well, and I love you too. And thank you so much for inviting me. It's funny. I think that my 25 plus years in title and escrow, although it was in the state of California, has really helped me, because the basics and what people need to know and learn about purchasing real estate, selling real estate, getting into loans and the different types of loans and like that. Because when you're in escrow, you have to know all the different aspects of a real estate transaction. And it doesn't matter, if it was, I did a couple commercial deals in California, but it didn't matter if the people were on the buying side, the selling side, or, the investors. Everybody still, you walk into a real estate transaction, and unless you do like we do every day, people don't understand. And I believe in my heart of hearts that it makes people nervous and uncomfortable, because they're good at what they do. They've got hella cash. They're ready to buy a house. They've bought a house. They have a huge amount of equity in there. So they've done well for themselves. But when it comes to real estate and what happens in a real estate transaction, it's like Greek.
Yeah.
People don't know.
No.
And there's so many moving parts.
Yeah.
And I just was really, really blessed with having, as an escrow officer and being an escrow, watching some of the best in the business.
Right.
And learning. And so when we moved from California to Arizona, I was like, well, hell, I don't have a desk anymore. I can't be an escrow officer. I could, it was kind of remote.
Yeah.
I said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my license, become a realtor, because people need to know and to kind of have their hands held in some respects as to what they're doing, what they're purchasing, and how the whole thing is going to work for them within their financial structure and within their life and within their responsibilities as a homeowner or as a seller, exiting a property. And the other thing too, that was kind of the ugly side of it, was that there are, don't be shocked, world out there, there were some agents that never spoke with their clients when I was in escrow. And I would get calls with sellers in tears. Why is there an inspector at my house? My house is perfect. There's no reason to have anything inspected in my house. And it was like, oh, did your agent tell you this is very common practice, so that the buyer can did it and go through the whole spiel with them? And those types of things too were a catalyst to my decision to become a realtor. Mm-hmm. Because, we're all in this world together. And if you have expertise And if you have a way to help somebody else, it's your duty as a human being to do that.
Yeah.
It's your duty to help our economy. It's our duty as patriots, as citizens here in the United States, especially, to keep our economy going and to make sure that the people who are buying and selling homes are being taken care of like,
right,
kings and queens, because that's our economy runs on real estate.
Yeah.
Like real estate is the foundation to a lot of it. And then I was thinking too that to get into the real estate side of it also, so that I could be a better person and I would learn a lot more.
Yeah.
And so I sat back and I watched and looked and learned. And now I'm the organization that I'm in. I'm with EXP, of course, you know that, but just so that all the listeners can know too, there's a big difference between franchised brokerages and a brokerage that is a virtual brokerage, and a lot runs on AI, and a lot runs on Zoom calls as opposed to brick and mortar meetings and coming in and floor time and all that. And it doesn't matter whether people want to accept it or not, but in the last 6 months, the way that the world of real estate has changed has made it very different for the everyday people, the homeowners and the buyers and the sellers, how they look at what real estate really is. And people think that AI, and everybody's so afraid of AI.
I know.
I use AI for absolutely everything. Yeah. I mean, if you get an email from me, there's my little AI girl,
Right, totally.
But I think that that's one of the other things too, is that you have to let people know that you are learning cutting edge stuff and you're working with advanced technologies. All of my, the escrows that I open with Proppy, my title company, all of them go through an AI process in a secured portal.
Yeah.
So that the contracts are read using AI. And that's how I protect the interests of my clients, because there's nothing that's going to escape.
Right.
Human error, reading a contract and hoping that you get everything, all the terms are correct, the dates are correct, the players are correct. You have to know who the principals are. AI will read all that, create an escrow, reach out to the buyer, it doesn't matter if it's midnight on Sunday and it's Christmas. All those things can happen. Right. So everything that I try to do is geared towards, first of all, the security of people's information, their money, and how title is going to be transferred. And the other thing too is letting them know who all the best players are to help them to get to where they want to be, either out of their house or into a home. Right. So, and it was funny because I remember when we first met, I won't cry, I promise. I'll ruin our podcast here. But I will never forget sitting across the table from you. And I mean, after all the hundreds of thousands of escrows that I've closed and the loan officers from San Francisco to San Diego, and working in the world of escrow all those years, when I remember when you spoke at that networking meeting, the Women Who Win, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. I thought, I'm here to meet this woman.
Yeah.
I am here to meet this woman because
the same thing
we are going to change the way that people are helped, the way that people are educated on the biggest purchase of their lives.
Yeah. And it still shocks me to this. I mean, it's going to shock me because I don't know if it's going to change, or maybe we could make a movement and change everything. But it still is wild to sit down with people that are in their 30s, 40s, even 50s that have no clue how to do it. And I'm like, you shouldn't. No one taught us. Like, unless you had parents that talked freely about real estate and and had you involved. Like, I involve my kids in all adult, probably too much, adult conversations. But I mean, growing up, I never heard about finances or anything with, family members or parents, of friends of mine. it wasn't talked about. So they get older and you're like, wait, what do we have to do? How do we buy a home? And then I feel like a lot of people are fearful because they have no clue and they don't know how to ask, that they just don't. So they rent. And that's the people that, we try to get like, come on, just talk to us. We could walk you through it because it's so much easier than people think. And I feel like our mission is to get out there and be able to talk to people and get them into homes.
Yeah. And it's the last stronghold for us as everyday people to start generational wealth.
Yeah.
Because, so funny story. So my dad was always thought, so my parents would be 101 this year if they were still alive. And they both grew up in the Depression. Mm-hmm. And when they bought their first house, they had to have what was referred to as a seller carryback. And the seller gifted them or gave them the money for the down payment. It was in San Francisco, 931 Prague Street, San Francisco, 94112. And our phone number was JU42049. So funny. I remember all the San Francisco stuff. But anyway, let me digress. So they bought this house for $29,000.
Jesus.
4-bedroom, 1.5 bath, because it was built in 1912.
Oh
so
my gosh.
Bathrooms weren't what they are today, of course, right? And then sold it for about $50,000. So from 1958, when they purchased the home, mm-hmm. all 7 of us kids lived there.
Wow.
Moved from there to Washington, D.C., because my father worked for the government, for the National Archives, got this big promotion. And so we all moved to Maryland, right outside of D.C. And they made $50,000. Excuse me. They made $25,000 to $27,000 cash from that purchase from 58 to 72 when we moved.
Oh my gosh.
And like back then, that type of money was,
I guess that's a lot, right?
It's a lot now.
Yeah.
Hey, if somebody walked up to me, here's $26,000. I would not sneeze at it, believe me. But do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why that was where right now that house sold. I want to say for almost $2 million a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying these are the things that people need to know. It's real. Mm-hmm. It's real. Granted, 1958. Hell, that's a hell of a long time ago, but. We never stop to think in 5 years from now, if I could have an extra $75,000, $10,000, $20,000, whatever it's going to be, people don't think in those terms many times.
Right.
And people, when you went back, Jess, and you said, you know what? Give us those numbers.
750,000. I just looked at that reel the other day. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do more marketing of like just a crazy amount. So I'll say it because we obviously know. So growing up, my story, it's renting, right? My parents were divorced. They both rented. No one talked about purchasing. My dad worked his ass off. My mom worked her ass off, went to school, got a degree. They were young and rented all our lives. And then I go to college and I'm my mom's paying my rent with my friends. I leave college, renting. And I added up with Lisa. It was $750 freaking $1,000 of rent that I spent over my span of life that I could have bought a ton of homes with. But again, I just didn't have, it was one of those things that my parents weren't together. So my mindset was, you have to be married. Like, obviously I can't buy until I'm married. Like just weird shit that that sticks with you and you have to be rich. Like my thing was you had to be rich and we weren't rich. My parents made money, but I didn't consider us rich. It's just so crazy. Special thank you to Justin List from State Farm. Justin is our sponsor here at Local Legends with Jess and Jay. His mission is simple. He treats customers like family, provides real solutions, ensures every client feels confident, supported, and genuinely cared for. That level of intention and service is exactly why he's considered one of our favorite local legends here in Arizona. We're grateful for the support and proud to highlight Justin and his team for truly making a difference in our community.
And the other thing too, that kind of, and like with my parents, was always, you have to be very, very smart with your money. And of course you have to be smart with your money.
Yeah.
But they were always like, and my dad made good money.
Yeah.
And even though there were 7 of us, I mean, we never went without.
Right.
But they always kind of carried with them that depression mentality.
Totally.
That you never know when it's going to go, and be, aware of banks. And now look where we're at, and look what happened from 2007 to 2013. And so, but anyway, I think that with people, laws have changed. The lending game has changed. There's no more HUD. It's TRID. Yep. The changes that have happened to protect people against predatory lenders, and those types of things. But also, I love the idea that everything and anything, and I will pat myself on the back for that. I love people. Anything and everything that people need to know and hear and feel secure in with their real estate is what I strive to do. Yeah. And for agents who need help, I mentor agents, and I help them to understand everything about it. Right. And how to guide their clients, especially, and how easy it is to use AI, back to that again, right? To enhance what they do, right, so that they can understand more quickly. Because if you can learn something quicker than the next guy, that's your raising your bar. Exactly. Right. Right. And I love that everything should be centered around helping other people. Everything should be, okay, agents out there, if you really want to take a look at the real numbers and crunch the real numbers and learn what's available to you, as opposed to like your brokers giving you leads, but then they take a cut. Right. Like our program, we give leads. There's no cut taken. There's no referral fees. There's none of that. 100% of whatever your split is 100% of what you get. Right. And helping agents too, because without healthy agents, you don't have healthy buyers and sellers and investors. Totally.
What is your ideal, what's your ideal client that comes to you? If you had to create a, what word am I looking for? Like an avatar of the ideal client, what would that look like?
That would look like a person and or people who understand that they're going into a territory that they may not be well educated in and proficient at, and knowing and trusting that they've come to a person who's has so much experience and such a great team around us, between, you with on the lending side, Paulina, Garen at Proppy, and Kirsten at Proppy, to handle the title and escrow side of it. And also that knowing that I will keep their best interest, because this is about them, and for them to know, feel, and feel that in their heart of hearts that they're being taken care of, because it's their needs that we're working towards.
And you show that. I mean, we have a client that we did her purchase, right? And, out of nowhere, you're like, Jess, listen, I was just at, our gal's house, and I'm collecting docs because we need to refinance her. I'm like, okay, like, no agent would do that. Like, that was just, and you went there and got the documents to be able to scan over for her. Like, that's just something, again, that's taking, that loan closed. That was done. You got paid, I got paid, and you continued to stay in touch with her. And now you're helping her with the, I should have reached out and be like, dude, but you got her. And that's just, again, that's a testament to you and how you treat people. And I think that's what, there's ton of agents out there. There are a ton of lenders out there, but to be able to, have a team like us to surround people, like I know we're special. Like, I could say this confidently now that I could, I could praise you up and down, but I know as a team, we take care of people, and we got to get out there more. So.
And two, because her husband had recently passed. And, going through that with her, and she didn't know what she didn't know. Right. Because when you have a relationship with your significant other and they handle everything for you, and this is another thing too, as far as avatars go, when you lose a partner or you lose a spouse or you lose a family member, it's really, really hard. Yeah. And when you don't know, because they handled the finances or they took care of you and and your job was this in the family and their job was that in the family. It's really, really incredibly eye-opening when all of a sudden, boom, that's on your lap. Take care of it. Now it's all on you to do.
Right.
And I don't want for anybody to ever feel that. Nobody should ever have to feel that. And I love the idea that to be there for somebody, because people are there for me.
Yeah.
And, and I just feel that it's a duty. It really is a duty to be there for people and to help them with any and everything.
Right. What made you pick EXP?
Well, because the brokerage that I was at, I was not getting what I thought I was going to get. And when I would get a commission check, I was like, this is a joke, right?
Right.
Yeah. Where's my money? And when I learned about EXP, it was a flat 80-20 commission split.
Okay.
I got the 80, they got the 20. And then you cap at 16,000. And once you cap at 16,000, you not only get 100% commission, but you also get your 16,000 back in stock. And so the other thing too, there's like different buckets of ways to make money. When you bring agents on and they see how good the plan is, then the company, not the agent, but the company pays you a percentage of what their income is that they bring to the company.
Okay.
And the other thing too is that the latest thing is this, in speaking of AI, is we have a program where when agents come on board, we do an onboarding program and they are given a link with the Meta so that they can get leads, and the leads are theirs 100%. There's no referral. I don't take a referral fee. I don't take a split off of theirs or anything like that. And they can use that. It is a buy-in to the ads, but the AI program is fashioned in a way using technology so that when people are specifically looking at a certain 55 and older communities, for example, say that somebody's looking for that, then my ad pops up and says, hey, if you'd like some information or if you'd like to learn more about the community, here's, give me your information and I'll get in touch with you to educate you on it.
Right.
So those types of leads are far better, and it's a far more advanced way of helping people.
Yeah.
Because if you pick up the phone and you have a list of, and you've picked out all the do not calls and they're all off the list, and you scrub a list and you pick up the phone and you call for 2 hours a day, you get more FUs than I could shake a stick at. You get more of those things. So this is a new thing here with EXP and with my organization that's helping people to help people. It's really hard. You were a part of the one of the Zooms that we did.
Yeah.
Like, how do you describe the way that you feel when you know that somebody is really looking out?
Yeah.
It's indescribable. And when I invite people to come on to the Zoom, it doesn't matter what an objection is, because I know that eventually when you look at the numbers, if you're a numbers person, you look at the numbers and you can see what you can actually make as opposed to what somebody's going to take from you.
Yeah.
Because if you figure if a broker's going to be giving you leads and you have to work them and you go to the listing appointment or you go and you do all the buyer stuff and all the things at work that you have to do, and then they take a cut out of it just because they subscribed to a service and gave you a list.
Right.
I just like those kind of things are like, it's so, as agents, I think, and more seasoned agents, they kind of think that that's the way it's supposed to be, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. We all help each other in our organization. What can I say? Elena Cardone is in our organization, and she was on the Zoom the other day. We get together, Lisa Copeland, and we get together and all of us, powwow, and we talk about things in the market and just changes, and we boost each other up, and there's no competition.
Community is everything. Like, that's the thing. You could go to a brokerage and it's the same cut, but it matters who's around you. And I feel like you always talk so highly of them. You have such a good network of women, especially, and and men, but you always talk about those two. That's just,
Because when you're a big influencer and a big celebrity or whatever, whatever. I mean, like Lisa Copeland, look at what she's accomplished in her life. It's amazing. Elena too. But when those people take time, this is another thing about ghosting. I was meant to tell you this the other day. When you have somebody like that who comes on every Thursday and we talk and we help each other and encourage each other and educate each other and all these things, support each other. And then you have people who won't even return a call. And there's the everyday, and God bless all of us everyday people, but I'm just saying, and somebody like that doesn't ghost me.
Right.
They don't ghost you. It just speaks volumes, I think, too, about the importance of helping people and the importance of being sensitive that agents, now that we're, talking about agents, that agents, they get leery. They're worried because they just gave, $5,000 to Zillow for a list.
Yeah.
They just gave their broker, like a $600 E&O split brokerage fee because they have all these franchise fees that the brokerage has to.
Right.
And when you're in that mindset and you think this is the way that it is and this is the way that it's run and I have to do it this way.
Yeah.
They don't know that there's a better way. When I come along and I'm like, hey, would you like to see a better way? They're kind of like,
Right.
Because
they automatically think, well, they're used to just this salesy, sleazy, what is she getting out of it? When I know you, you're just giving great information. Come with me on this ride. Just see what I'm a part of. And I know that you're genuine with how you treat people, but you have a good amount of people under you now, right? Or that you coach or you mentor?
Yeah, my mentors, I do have several.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And they're all amazing. Arnetta, you introduced me to. Love.
Yeah, she's so sweet. Love her.
Alex is awesome.
And he's doing, and then I have two new ones too that I that just came on board this last month.
Okay.
But the thing is too, that's interesting about it is that the people who shy away and the people who do the ghosting, they're not my people.
That's it. That's all. Yeah.
Right. And more power to them.
Took us a while to figure that out.
Yeah.
That's it. They're
and
not
more
our people.
power to them. And the thing is that the beautiful thing about it is that at least you're not wasting your time.
Exactly. They're actually freeing up time for the good people to come into our lives.
Yeah.
Well, I love you. Thank you for being here with me. You get a parting gift because the Mortgage Matchmaker is one fabulous sponsor of Local Legends here. Black or white, Lee?
White, please.
I was going to say, I got to give these two to my next guest, or I'd give you a black one.
Oh my gosh,
too.
I love it.
Isn't that fun?
Yes, it's
Now
great.
it's a little big. I have other ones coming that are smaller, but.
Okay. I love it.
Thank you for being here.
Thank
Love
you for having me.
Lisa Reyes, EXP, contact her if you need an amazing agent, mentor, talk about the brokerage. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
Till next time, take care.
Take care.